Oh yeah, I'm frowning because Everton now, I thought that they were going to escape. They had a very good run in the middle of the season.
I think they'll still escape.
Are you sure about that?
Who's bottom?
It's Burnley and Sheffield United.
And Luton.
But there's also this fact that...
No, Luton are above them right now, but they have the penalties. We don't know which this second penalty is going to work.
Yes, now I'm not even looking at the penalty because the penalty... I'm saying as is.
Yeah.
As is. What's that thing they say in law? As is, like as of now.
Yeah.
Look, Luton have had the perfect month. And they're only a point above relegation. They've had the perfect month.
Yes.
Like form-wise, they were with City and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Scored I don't know how many goals before yesterday's
that was their first loss of the year.
But despite that wonderful run, they're only 1 point above.
And that's important.
So I ask myself, what happens? Because they can't obviously maintain that incredible run.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, they were bad. Now that you've gotten me into Luton. Yesterday versus Sheffield.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. Yeah, that must not happen. That was bad. That must not happen to a team that had scored the most goals in the league in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Wow, the defense.
So that's my
So you feel Everton are going to turn the tides?
The only thing that will, yes, because they have a better coach, they have a better squad. The only thing that could kill them is if they get deducted other points.
Yeah,
which is a possibility.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's a possibility because there's new fresh cases for new blah blah blah. It's and now that we're at the bottom, you saw Nottingham versus Newcastle.
Yeah.
I know there are questions about should it have been a penalty or not or no. The VAR did not think so. They didn't. No.
Yeah.
But I'm taking you back to take you to something I told you.
Okay.
So much for changing a coach. They're on 21 points.
Yeah.
Bottom is 19. I told you, at times I don't think the answer is almost always to change the coach, but the guys at the bottom have changed coaches. Sheffield changed, they're on 13.
Yeah, which you decided to take it the other way and say that Luton were really poor. But what I wanted to push back was that you felt as if Sheffield United last week, they felt like a team that was giving up. A team that was giving up on the coach. There was no signs of that yesterday.
Because they are playing their age mates.
Of course they are,
so
but you need the effort. You're talking about Luton being the team that was hot.
Yes, it's hot, but even that heat and look,
that heat against a bottom side in the
again, it's like me guessing 2 games correct. I look like I'm great because I've gotten this correct and that correct. Next week, my friend, I'm back to where I'm used to. Look, Sheffield will play like that versus Luton. They'll play like that versus Burnley. On your age mates, wow. That's why I said from day one of the season, these 3 will go back Villa Wako. But that's their age mate. Their age mate is that one. So them beating Luton is no, you have to get points.
Yeah, but of course it does show a different side of this Sheffield United side that
there is no different
side. They're not giving up on the coach.
It's the same team that a week ago go 5-0 after I don't know how many
minutes. Yes. And that was bad. And that was a bad performance. And what we saw yesterday was a complete different performance and display from them.
Yeah, but I refuse to change my mind completely based on one game because they beat the mighty Luton. Who are mighty 18th and they are 19th.
I'm pushing back on the fact that you say that this team is giving up on the coach.
I said versus Villa, they gave up. Just like Ivory Coast gave up versus Equatorial Guinea. After 20 minutes, they're like, leave this thing. There's nothing we are doing here. But my point is this. You can bring Chris Wilder, you can bring Jose Mourinho, you can bring Hecking Botham, you can bring Sammy, you can bring Ghost Mule. Sheffield will still get relegated. They'll get relegated bottom or second from bottom because the squad was just not good enough. That's my point. Just like with Nottingham Forest, you can remove Cooper and bring Nuno and say, good coach vibes. They are 1 point, 2 points off the relegation spot. My point going back to what is the quality?
Yeah.
Like at times we think the coach is gonna do magic, but what is he doing magic with? And I feel like at times we place too much. We kicked out Hecking Botham at he's called Hecking Botham.
Hecking Bottom
at Sheffield. We said let him go away. For what? They got mighty Chris Wilder. Same. Still bottom. Same. Nothing changes.
It's completely understood.
Nothing. For them. So why are we changing?
Yeah, you either stick with whatever you have, of which you know the result is, or you try and change and bring in something with the hope that they're going to change something.
Yeah, but if the quality is not there, Sammy.
It can't work.
Sheffield
Steve Wilder is an expert in this.
With a squad, not with a team where they actually sold their best players. They got promoted to the Premier League.
Yeah.
They sold their best players, and then they sat and told the coach, why are you losing every game? Come on, why are you losing every? Like, they literally lost. They sold their best player, and then they said, coach, keep
That
us
is
up.
Ilimandia you're talking about.
Yeah, they sold their key players.
Yeah.
Instead of signing, they sold. And then they
pillars.
sat and then they said, oh, you're not doing well. Let's bring Chris Wilder. Chris Wilder needs something to work with. He also needs players.
Okay.
The wako tu hapo wako.
Yeah.
This is just like, in fact, let me finish this conversation. This is just like my Burnley. I told you guys, my goalkeeper doesn't save anything.
Yeah.
Mpende msipende.
Okay,
that's the way we are.
That was bad
Jana
yesterday.
alipeana tu hivi.
That was bad, yeah.
I
For the
told
Jota
you,
goal.
I
Whoa.
told you, my team has got young players. My team is a mini Chelsea. These young players will be good in 3 years. You saw them yesterday. They are creating chances.
Chances were there.
Bado haikuji.
Fofana missed one-on-ones.
Was it 2 or 3?
And Odobea, I think.
Yes, he flashed it twice.
Yes, they all missed. So, and we play the same way.
Same way.
And we are looking better. You see, let me tell you, this is what is false dawns.
Okay.
We look very good in flashes.
Optic.
Last week we looked okay. Was it Fulham?
Yes.
The 2-2.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
came back, yeah.
You looked flashy, like you're okay. This
Yeah.
game for great periods, you look like
You
you're
look
okay.
good. But for Nottingham,
That is why we are getting relegated in March.
okay, yeah. For Burnley now, I
2
guess.
months' time.
Yeah, it's coming.
For Burnley, yes, I'm sure. For Nottingham Forest, though, I think with the kind of qualities we are seeing right now with Odoi and Elanga and Morgan Gibbs-White, I think those guys can help this team just get a few points.
Forest won't get relegated.
They
Forest,
still have a penalty coming up, remember?
yeah, no, we are saying sans the penalty.
Okay.
Because we can't argue with the penalty because we don't know the penalty. So we
Yeah.
are just saying as ace.
Yes.
As ace, they will not get relegated. They have too much. They have got way too much quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are just like Everton. They have got way too much quality
Yes.
to get relegated. My point was, there's not much difference between Nuno and Cooper. There's been really not much difference. Really not. Which one? They are the same way. They are the same ish where they were before he left and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, results
They are the
dictated.
same ish. They are.
Yeah, only that there was tension between the organization and Steve Cooper when he
They've
was
done
around.
that
Which
for a
is
year.
outside, yeah.
They've done that for a year. Yeah, but if they're the same ish, is my point. Like, I know there are times when you change a coach and things go well. Okay.
Yes.
Palace, when they changed the coach a year ago, things went
And
great.
it did for Forest some time when they Chris Wood was scoring goals and they
Yeah,
won
but
against
that's what I'm
Newcastle.
saying. But that's 1, 2. But then once you what do you call it?
The new manager bounce.
Sample size.
Yeah.
You like that word,
Yes.
sample size.
Yes.
When the sample size becomes 10 games, it becomes 6 games.